Point Recreation Center for the Northern Athletic Conference hockey game between the Shamrocks of Salmon River and the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton. This game is one of the many events taking place in Rouses Point in this winter carnival event weekend in Rouses Point. Many events happening in various portions of the Rouses Point area. Before we get underway, we're gonna have a small presentation for the seniors of the Northeastern Clinton Cougar hockey team. And following that, the national anthem will be sung by Mr. Carl Martin, and then we'll be underway. This game between the Salmon River Shamrocks and the Northeastern Clinton Cougars is the last regular season game for both of these teams this season. Sectional start on Monday. Starting in goal for the Shamrocks of Salmon River is number 12, Mike Benedict. Starting on defense, number 15, Owen Benedict. A forward, number 14, Corey Yoit. Forward, number 19, Toddy Sunday. Forward, number 20, Jody David. And number 77, a forward, Ron Lewis. Goalie 1, Adam Thompson. Number 5, defenseman, number 28, Dean Latulip for the Shamrocks. The Shamrocks are finished second this year behind the Irish of St. John's in the Northern Athletic Conference, Eastern Division, excuse me. They're coming off a real hard loss on Wednesday night to the Irish of St. John's, losing 5-4 in overtime. A real tough break for the Shamrocks, skating well every time they come out. The last game between these two teams, the Cougars played well but came out on the losing end, 7-1. But Cougars always seem to play better at home, so we'll see what they can do with these Shamrocks, if they're bring them good luck or not. The PA announcer announcing the full crew from Salmon River. The last member on the list, number 99, Todd Burrell. Now for the Northeastern Clinton Cougars. A senior defenseman, a big guy, Brian Bayshard, as he waltzes to the blue line. Forward, the little coyote, Johnny Bushy. Steve Wagner, probably one of the quickest and niftiest players on this varsity squad. Mark Badger, number 9, a solid defenseman. Eric the Tank Young, if you've seen him play, you know where he gets his nickname. Chad Welch, a big forward. David Fitz showed himself well this year. Jason Favreau, another young defenseman, but very solid back there at the point position. Mark Duffy, a center, having his troubles during the year, but he seemed to come on towards the end. Eric Duto, another strong little guy. Jason Langlois has come a long ways. He's going to be a real asset to this team in a couple of years. Not really a couple of years, next year. Chad Alger to the blue line and Robbie Boer to the blue line also. And a freshman goaltender. Hasn't seen much action this year, but he will in future years, because the Cougars are going to be hurting for goaltending in the next couple of years. Now the final four, the seniors of this Northeastern Clinton squad. Coach Fred Stone saying a few words about each player. The 5 seniors on this year's squad leaving the team after 4, maybe 3 for some of them, and 1 for one that I know definitely. They're 5 seniors: Lenny Filion, Mike Zerlo, Robbie Francis, Eric Schneider, and the goaltender, Michael Glad. Number 6, the power forward, the big guy, the hammerhead. What can I say? Lenny Filion, he's one tough guy. Number 15, the spark plug of the offense. Always going, always ready, and never quits. Mike Glad, always steady, has his lapses, but he's always there for the big save. Eric Schneider, a first-year varsity player, shown well. And what can I say? Mike Zerlo came to this squad and has built himself into probably one of the best defensemen in the league. Mr. Carl Martin, escorted out on the ice, is going to sing the national anthem for this semi-capacity crowd, for this dedicated to the seniors of Northeastern Clinton. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a stupendous singing job by Carl Martin. The crowd erupts in an ovation of some extent. As the teams gather around their respective goaltenders, replacing equipment, patting each other, getting ready to go, psyching themselves up for this very exciting hockey game. They're ready. As all the Northeastern Clinton seniors skate over to the red line, receiving some sort of memorabilia from Coach Fred Stone. Assistant coach, photographer, stenographer William Conover taking many, many shots of the senior class, I should say. The referees discussing the way they really want this game to be played. They don't want any rough stuff. They don't want any chippy, choppy, anything you can think of. They want a good, clean hockey game to make it go smooth and easy, and a real exciting game for the crowd and for everyone involved. The meeting breaking up, so we'll be underway very, very shortly. The crowd on hand for this last Northern Athletic Conference hockey game is as big as I've seen in a long time. Cougars have always drawn very decent sized crowds for any hockey game they've had at this Rouses Point Recreation Center. Ready for the face-off. Referee signaling go. Puck is dropped down into the Shamrock zone. Behind his own net. Robbie Francis trying to keep it in for the Cougars. Into center ice, number 19, Tody Sunday, has it knocked off his stick into the corner. Steve Wagner tries to clear it, goes under his stick along the boards and cleared out over the blue line. John Bushy scrapping for it along the boards. Oh, a pass out to Wagner. Wagner takes a weak shot, but takes a big hit too. Bayshard trying to keep it in the zone. It gets over his stick all the way down the ice. Referee signaling icing, and the faceoff will come to this side of the Shamrock goaltender. Both teams not really holding back, it seems to be, at the start of this game. Both teams skating well, using the body. That's a big part of this game. Lenny Fillon, David Fitz, and Chad Welch, the line for the Cougars. Welch behind the net, knocks down his man, goes after the puck, and Lenny Fillon has it knocked over his stick and out into center ice. Schneider breaks up the play. Throws it back into center ice. Salmon River up along the boards. Just in over the Cougar blue line, Lenny Fillon gains control. Circles in his own zone out to center ice. Dean Latulip clears it in. Mark Badger intercepts the pass. They've been having a lot of trouble with those Zamboni doors. They don't seem to want to stay closed. Every time somebody gets hit in that section of the rink, the doors seem to just open. The face-off won by Lenny Fillon. Badger behind his net clears it up to Welch. Welch has to get away from him. The Shamrocks keep it in. In through the center of the zone. Save by Glad. A low shot. Couldn't really see it, and he got his stick on it. Chad Welch into center ice. Fires it in. On net. Cleared away by the goaltender. Puck is shot up and over the boards by number 15, Owen Benedict. So the face-off will come to the left of the Shamrock goaltender, number 12, Mike Benedict. Shamrocks coached by Bill Plant. Duffy, Langwise, Duto, Bayshard, Zerlo. Cougars can't keep it in. Shamrocks into center ice. Into the corner, being bothered by Jason Langlois. Keep it in at the blue line. A nice sliding block by Jason Langlois to get the puck out into center ice. Brian Bayshard fires it up along the boards. Nobody can seem to gain control here, just shooting it back and forth. Mike Zerlo into the corner, up along the boards, kept in at the point. The Shamrocks out in front. He can't get a good handle on it. They shoot, they hit the post. That's a deafening sound in an arena as it hit the... Oh, Jason Langlois gets a high stick up on the Salmon River player, Ron Lewis. Takes it right up around the neck. Not sure what he'll get. Maybe he's only going for 2. A minute and a half, excuse me. Shamrock player slow to get up. Jason Langlois going off at 12:26 of this first period, going off a minute and a half for high sticking. It's a really a dangerous area to get the stick caught, right up around the neck area, because you got so many vital organs up there. It could be very, very dangerous. Brian Bayshard into the corner. We have an offside call. Robbie Francis and Lenny Fillion out killing this penalty with Zerlo and Bayshard, the 2 big defensemen. In over the blue line. They carry it into the corner. Cougars playing not really aggressive, but they're not holding back. Brian Bayshard gets it blocked with a skate and clears it the length of the ice. Lenny Fillion chasing his man. Lenny Fillion wasn't really looking for the puck, I don't think. He had his eye set on green for goal. Lenny pressing in the neutral zone. Lenny skating well, not giving his defender any room. Makes him make mistakes when you do that. Shamrock circle behind their net. Into the neutral zone. Has it get away from him. A little bit of pushing and shoving there, a little interference. As the Cougars cleared down the ice, Brian Bayshard. Benedict leaves it behind his net for number 19, Toddy Sunday. John Bushy in the zone, has a shot, go just wide. Grazed the post by centimeters. John Bushy trying to get the puck. Steve Wagner has it now. Stick handling through traffic, has it go off his stick. Robbie Boyer fighting along the boards. Mike Zerlo and through his zone into center ice. Zerlo winds up with a shot right into the pads. Oh, a shot and a nice save by the goaltender. A pile up in front of the net. Everybody a little over anxious. Pushing and shoving and John Bushy involved. John Bushy was in there digging after the puck, and everybody just piled on top of him, on top of the goaltender, and I don't think that was very smart because the goaltender seems to be shaken up on the play. Lenny Fillion takes the draw, wins it back to Chad Alger. Has his pass intercepted. Shamrocks into the Cougar zone. In behind the net, they center it. Robbie Boyer knocks the puck astray. Lenny Fillion up to Chad Alger. Chad Alger gets it out into center ice. Lenny Fillion chases the puck. Icing waved off. Robbie Boyer blocks it nicely. Fires it in front of the net. It's cleared behind. The Shamrocks clear the zone. It goes the length of the ice and no icing. Signal my referee, Mike Benham. Oh, excuse me, Mike Brewster. Lenny Filion twists and turns into center ice. He gets it to Alger. Alger in over the blue line, out in the center. Lenny Filion takes a big hit. He lost his balance and went to the ice. The Shamrocks in the Cougar zone being bothered by Eric Schneider. A shot kicked out by Gladden up over the boards. So the faceoff will come to the left of goaltender Mike Glad. This faceoff coming at 9:17 of the first period. The score is still deadlocked at 0. Mike Zerlo chases his man. They get their sticks up. Puck cleared in on net. Brian Bayshard controls for the Cougars up along the boards to Johnny Bushy. He can't control it into center ice, and it cleared back in, and Zerlo takes command for the Cougars. Senior defenseman weaving through traffic, looking to go out with a bang. Johnny Bushy along the boards. Takes a lot to slow down that guy. Shamrocks into center ice over the Cougar blue line. Zerlo clears the puck away, kept in by a Shamrock. Francis deflects it into the corner. Zerlo takes his man out, takes an extra shot, but the referee didn't see it. Fighting along the boards, Johnny Bushy comes up with the puck. Over his blue line into center ice, he heads it up for Robbie Francis. Francis has a weak shot deflected by a Shamrock defender. The puck deflected just over the red line, so no icing on the play. Not a lot of whistles. Both teams changing on the fly, not really slowing this game down too much. It's a really, really fast hockey game. Robbie Francis shoots the puck out into center ice. He goes off for a change. The Shamrocks once again retaliate with a shot down the ice. Into center ice, Chad Welch has it go off his stick. He takes his man into the boards heavily. They both go to the ice. Badger up to Fitty. Fitty clears it in over the line, and Welch chases his man. Takes his man out, but once again Lenny Filion along the boards. Welch looking for the puck. Shamrocks try to clear the zone. They get it out over the blue line into the neutral zone. Lenny Filion from cross ice hits his man solidly and knocks him astray. As Mark Badger tries to clear the puck out of his own zone, is taken out of the play by a Shamrock defender. A little pushing and shoving, extracurricular activities going on here, folks. Nobody wants to give an inch. You give an inch, they take a mile. The old cliche says. The Duffy line out for the Cougars, with Jason Langlois and Eric Duto. Mike Zerlo behind his own net. Duffy takes his man along the board, just in the center of the zone. Saved by Glad. And a Shamrock defender ran into the steel pole, standing in front of the net, Brian Bayshard. He came charging, and really didn't go anywhere. He just went to the ice. Into center ice, Jason Langlois breaks up a pass. The Shamrocks in over the blue line, they dump it in. Bayshard charges for the puck. Clears it up to Langlois. Langlois has it knocked off his stick. Shamrocks in front of the net, but can't capitalize on that play. In their own zone, Salmon River clears it up along the boards. Into the Cougar zone. Bayshard misses his check. Bayshard breaks it up anyways. Jason Langlois in the center ice. Winds up with a shot right on net. Big rebound out there, but nobody. Duffy working it forward in the corner. He gets it out in front, but nobody's there. Everybody was over on one side. No icing issue signified by the referee. Lenny Filion comes off the bench, takes out his man. The Shamrocks have scored at 5:20 of the first period. Almost like a pick play. The Shamrocks have taken a 1-0 lead. Cougars got caught really running around there. They weren't playing their set position. Somebody wasn't where they were supposed to be, and the end result was a goal. But 5:20 of the first period, 1-0 Salmon River. Young with the puck, clears it up along the boards into the Shamrock zone. Young has it go under his stick, no icing. Schneider tries to clear it up along the boards. It has it intercepted. Once again, Lenny Filion being the enforcer. He doesn't take very much from anybody. Salmon River gets the puck. Nice save by Glad. Comes out to challenge him. Gives him no room to shoot. Filion takes two to bring him down, and they don't even do it at that. Schneider up to Filion. Filion. Oh, takes a solid hit from a Shamrock defenseman. Lenny Filion, you don't see that very often, ladies and gentlemen. Lenny Filion taking a hit and going to the ice is very rare in this day and age. Lenny Filion with a slap shot. Francis Wagner and Bushy, the squad for the Cougars. Shamrocks in over the blue line. Wagner clears it out over the blue line. Bushy works effortless. He gets the puck, takes a shot, stuns the defenseman. Francis with a nice shot on a feed from Johnny Bushy, but can't capitalize. The puck cleared the length of the ice by a Shamrock player. So the ensuing faceoff will come to the right of number 12, Mike Benedict, the Shamrock goaltender. With only 3:54 left in this action-packed first period. Big Brian Dickey Bayshard on defense. Mike Zerlo. It's a big crew on the point position. They fired around the board, just going down the length of the ice, but it doesn't make it. Brian Bayshard with the puck. Up along the boards to Steve Wagner. Wagner into center ice, has it intercepted. Circling in his own zone, Owen Benedict for the Shamrocks. Owen Benedict. Kyle Jacobs with a shot, but it doesn't. He has a miscue. Brian Bayshard behind his net. Zerlo gets controlled. Hud takes a funny hop off the boards. It goes down into the Shamrock zone. Bushy chases. Their defenseman clears it up, and they clear it once again back behind the Cougars net. Mike Glad unable to corral the puck, so Mike Zerlo out to Johnny Bushy in over the blue line with a shot off the defenseman. That's a second shot that defenseman taken off his, I believe it's the same ankle. He's going to have a real sore foot tomorrow, if not tonight, if not right now. Johnny Bushy goes behind the net looking for the puck. Kept in by Mark Badger. Bushy picking and gnawing at his opponent. Schneider clears the puck back into Shamrock zone. No icing. No offsides. Bushy once again picking at his opponent. David Fitz comes on the ice for the Cougars. Lenny Filion breaks out of his own zone. Builds up ahead of steam. Can't take his man out. There's going to be a penalty here on a Shamrock I don't know. Number 20 is getting a penalty for interference. At 1:47 of the first period, the Cougars will be on a power play. Faceoff will come to the left of goaltender Mike Benedict, just outside the rim of the faceoff circle. Francis, Bushy, Wagner, Welch, and Zerlo on the points. Cougars have done well in their power play. Let's see if they can corral a goal here to bring a tie into the locker room, if not a lead. Shamrocks clear to the length of the ice. It gets by Welch. He has to chase it. Welch stops behind his net. Starts out. Goes up to center ice to Bushy. Gets by him. Icing call. So the faceoff will come to the right of Mike Glad, the Northeastern Clinton goaltender. Shamrock penalty. Interference on number 20, Jody David. Killing the penalty for the Shamrocks, number 19, Toby Sunday. Number 77, Ron Lewis. Corey White and Owen Benedict on the points. Bushy into center ice. Keeps control, goes back to Wagner. He can't corral it. To Zerlo. Zerlo goes to Bushy. Bushy looking. He sees Zerlo, goes to him, must shot. Saved by the goaltender. Zerlo tries to keep it in, but takes his man out, but they have a 2-on-1 break. Oh, and it's passed across and shot wide. Coach's nightmare. A perfect 2-on-1, and he shoots it wide. Robbie Francis stops and goes. Takes the shot, and they clear it the length of the ice. So the Shamrocks doing a good job to kill off this penalty. And with only 2 seconds left, now both teams skating at full strength. Shamrocks cleared into the Cougar zone. Mike Glad clears it to Mike Zerlo. Zerlo up to Bushy with only 1 second, I was gonna say, but now there's none. So at the end of one, the score stands the Shamrocks of Salmon River 1 and the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton no score. What? As we begin the second period, Cougars have Lenny Fallon, Robbie Francis, and Johnny Bushy on the attack. The puck is deflected high up over the boards. Face-off coming just outside the Shamrock blue line. Brian Bayshard and Mikey Zerlo on defense for the Cougars. The Shamrocks win the draw. They clear it up over the blue line. Grabbed out of midair and put through his stick. So they skate in over the blue line. A shot blocked by Mike Zerlo, and Lenny Fillon charges out of his own zone. A shot at the blue line. Glove save. Okay. Pushing and shoving in front of the net as Lenny Fillon lets go with a rifle of a shot. Face-off coming to the right of Shamrock goaltender, number 12, Mike Benedict. Cougars stay with their forward line and defensive core. Shamrocks win the draw, cleared around the boards. Kept in by Francis into center of the zone, but he can't get it on Steve Wagner's stick. Shamrocks in over the blue line. Broken up by Steve Wagner. He clears it out over the blue line. They exchange passes. Shamrocks in over the blue line. Francis has to go off his skate. They clear it in behind the net. Zerlo. Bayshard clears it up along the boards. Kept in at the point. Bayshard sends his man for a wild ride. Robbie Francis took a hit, but the rebound to the board sent the other man flying. Mike Zerlo in over the blue line, winds up with a shot. Saved by the goaltender, he clears it over the side. Cleared out into center ice. Shamrocks almost getting caught in the line change. Mike Zerlo loses his footing. Shamrocks get control in the Cougar zone. Zerlo gets it once again. Clears it up to Fitz. Fitz to Filion. Filion circles, turns, and goes. He sees green, so he's going. He one-hands it into the Shamrock zone, but they clear it back out. Mike Zerlo clears it in. Mike Zerlo heading for a change. They wave off the icing because they feel that he could have played the puck. Lenny Filion gets the puck for the Cougars, goes behind his own net. Stops, up to Welch. Welch, a lead pass for Fitz just behind him. Oh, Fitz goes down and heavily into the boards. Wrenches his neck. Face off in the neutral zone. Duffy with Duto and Langlois on the ice for the Cougars. Badger tries to take his man down. He's coupled with Schneider. Langlois is drawn down and draws the penalty. Number 19, Toby Sunday for the Shamrocks is going off at 12-12 of the second period for hooking. Face-off coming outside the Cougar blue line. This power play for the Cougars, they send out. They send out a forward line of Robbie Francis, Steve Wagner, and Johnny Bushy on defense. Chad Welch and Mike Zerlo. Francis wins the draw. Bushy gives it to Zerlo. He has it knocked off his stick. They pass it around. They hit the post. Number 77, Ron Lewis, point blank and fart. Like I said, a coach's nightmare to hear that post ringing, but a goaltender's best friend. Chad Welch passes it up to Bushy. Bushy has to go between his legs. Francis and Welch chasing for the Cougars. Francis takes out his man, but they clear it out into center ice. Oh, Chad Welch throws it into center right onto a Shamrock stick. He regains possession. Goes up to Wagner. Wagner and over the red line. He gets it to Francis. Francis can't corral it. Zerlo takes his man out. Zerlo once again through center ice. Fakes a slap shot. Gives it to Wagner. Wagner shoots into a pile of people. Wagner tries to get it in front of the net. The Shamrocks coach will link to the ice to kill more seconds in this penalty. Salmon River doing a superior job in killing off penalties. The Cougars have had two glorious opportunities, but just can't seem to put the puck in the net. Chad Welch skating very well up through center ice. Tries to get it across to a fellow teammate, but has it knocked off his stick. Mark Duffy turns in center ice and goes up to Bushy. Bushy can't control it. He goes off for a change and the Shamrocks come in. They send in two and a nice save by Mike Glad. Mike Zerlo takes his man out hard. Mike Zerlo doing a little showboating here, folks. He likes to use the body, and whenever he does, he makes it as showy as possible. Let's put it to put it in light terms. Steve Wagner clears it up along the boards. Salmon River corrals it and goes back into the Cougar zone, and Mike Zerlo behind his net. He goes up through center trying to hit Eric Duto, but it goes too far for him. Down the ice, center. Cougars trying to get control of the puck. They're just swiping at it, and nobody really seems to have control at this point. Bodies flying everywhere. Badger and his man are wrestling. Langlace takes a nice shot from a Salmon River defenseman, a forward, excuse me. Duto's taken out heavily. They're living on the wild side here at the Recreation Center in Rouses Point. Everyone is going nuts. Salmon River out of this flurry of body checks, hitting and punching and pushing and shoving. The Shamrocks get a penalty. Going off for the Shamrocks is number 9, Steve Thomas. At 8:51 of the second period, he's going to get a minute and a half for checking from behind. Face-off comes just outside the northeastern Clinton blue line. Steve Wagner, Robbie Francis, Johnny Bushy on the power play. Let's see if they can make something of this one. They had a tough time in their first two. They work it around back to the point. Bushy has it hop over his stick. Good play by Johnny Bushy. Keeps it in, but how does it roll off his stick? Brian Bayshard clears it in over the blue line, right to Shamrock defenseman, and he fires it to link to the ice, just wide of the net. Mike Zerlo head fakes, motors up through center ice into the Shamrock zone behind the net, throws it out in front, and no one was there. Brian Bayshard keeps it in along the blue line. But once again, the Shamrocks killing this penalty well, as they did the first two. They cleared the length of the ice. Mike Zerlo comes back to regroup. Sends Wagner through center ice. Wagner. Bayshard tries to keep the puck in, but the puck comes just out over the blue line. So there's a face-off coming on this side of the Shamrock blue line at 7:46 of the second period. Score still. Shamrocks of Salmon River 1 and the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton no score. Badger chases back for the puck. Up along the boards to Fitty, and Fitty can't corral it, so back to Badge. Badger with a nice move to get it out into the center ice zone. Salmon River once again gets the puck, fires it the length of the ice, and kills precious seconds of this power play for the Northeastern Clinton Cougars. Fitz along the board. Salmon River clears it out, kept in by Badger. Badger, oh, a high hit by Mark Badger. He's lucky the referee didn't call that one. The Shamrocks skate in over the blue line and up and over a sprawling Mike Glad to make the score at 7 minutes of the second period, 2-0 Salmon River. Mark Badger tried to take his man out to the blue line, did, but the puck went to center ice, and a Salmon River forward took a full advantage and went in on Mike Glad 1-0 and put it by him. Fillion, Welch, and Fitz for the Cougars. Fitz tries to clear it in off a defenseman. Lenny Fillion takes his man out. And a little illegal hit there by Lenny Fillion. So at 6:48, Lenny's going to take a trip to the Old Glory box. He's going off a minute and a half for checking from behind. Face off just inside the Cougar blue line. Francis, Duffy, the forwards for the Cougars, and Zerlo and Bayshard. As Mike Zerlo clears it the length of the ice to kill precious seconds in this power play for the Shamrocks. Shamrocks in over the blue line. They try to center it into the zone. They fired back to the point, but the defenseman was going the other way, and it's out into center ice. They regroup and send in another force of attackers. Very aggressive play in this, killing this penalty for the Cougars. We have an offside called. Shamrock goal being scored by number 7, Kyle Jacobs. And once again, Lenny Fillion goes off a minute and a half for checking from behind. Shamrocks forward taken out by Mike Zerlo. They clear it up along the boards. Shamrocks keep it in. They shoot it around. Brian Bayshard taken out by his man. Wagner chases. Bushy, a nice play by Johnny Bushy to get the puck back out into center ice. Shamrocks come in. Cougars tying up everyone. Nobody really has any room. Nice play, a give and go. Face-off coming outside the blue line as the Salmon River forward was caught in the crease. So with only 2 seconds left in the penalty to Lenny Fillion, a power play goal at this point would seem ridiculous. Chad Welch, David Fitz, Mark Badger, and Eric Schneider for the Cougars. Lenny Fillion out of the penalty box. Skates into the Shamrock zone, centers it to Welch. Welch mishandles it. Oh, Schneider shoots the puck into the Oh, Glad with a nice save on a breakaway. There was no one between number 8 and the goaltender. And Glad came up with a big save at this point in the hockey game. Lenny Fillion fights for it in the corner but can't control it. Shamrocks into center ice. Nice play by Mark Badger to knock the puck off the Shamrock forward stick. Lenny Fillion into center ice. Tries to go around a few players, is knocked just off stride and can't really regain his balance quick enough to go for the loose puck. The Shamrocks into the neutral zone. Lenny Fillion comes back and is going to get another penalty. I think we're going to have a few more than just one. I definitely know Lenny Fillion is getting a checking from behind penalty. And I believe, well, I guess no one else is getting one. So out of the end result of that skirmish of pushing and shoving, Shamrocks in over the blue line. Into the Cougar zone. Go back to the defenseman. A weak shot blocked by Zerlo. Robbie Francis clears the puck. Out into the Shamrock zone. Mark Duffy chasing for the Cougars. Shamrocks in the neutral zone. Coming over the blue line. Passes in front and scores! Number 77, Ron Lewis. On a nice feed by number 19, Toby Sunday. So at 3:32 of the second period, the Shamrocks go up by 3. The line for the Cougars, Robbie Francis, Steve Wagner, and Johnny Bushy, with Jason Favreau and Mark Badger on the points. That was a power play goal for the Shamrocks. So the Cougars are 0-3 on their power play tries, and the Shamrocks are 1-3. Excuse me. Shamrocks in over the blue line. Try to get it in the center of the zone, but deflected by Jason Favreau. Favreau takes his man out. Wagner goes to Bushy, but Bushy has to go under his stick and he chases for it. But just getting beaten out by the Salmon River defenseman. Steve Wagner takes his man out. Robbie Francis in his own zone. Gets it to Steve Wagner. Wagner in the center ice. The defenseman turns and shoots it. Wagner fires it once again back at him. Bushy and a Salmon River defenseman getting their sticks up. A little roughhousing going on out there. Johnny Bushy takes out his man. His man comes charging from the other side, but Bushy stood his ground and knocked him flying. Salmon River into the zone. They shoot it off the side of the net. Oh, and off the post once again, folks. Salmon River has hit the post 3 times. This game is getting very rough. Chad Welch with a nice play in front of the net as the puck goes the length of the ice for an icing call. Everybody's going nuts here, folks. Eric Duto tries to get the puck for the Cougars. Oh, and slides it through the crease. Jason Langlois with a glorious opportunity to put the Cougars on the boards, but it's just wide of the post. Shamrocks into the neutral zone. They clear it in over the blue line. Mike Zerlo takes a vicious hit from behind by a Shamrock forward. Jason Langlois ducks under a check. Spins off another one. Zerlo comes up and takes the man out. Mike Zerlo for the Cougars in the neutral zone. Oh, the nice high hit. I can't believe they're letting some of the stuff go and they're calling the little stuff. It is unbelievable here, folks. Everyone is getting out of control. I believe we're only getting 1 penalty on the call. Cougars number 17, senior veteran defenseman Mike Zerlo is going off for elbowing at 34 seconds of the second period. Everybody was getting their arms up and Mikey Zerlo came out short on the short end of the stick. Unbelievable. Lenny Fillion seems to be very perturbed at the moment. Badger takes his man out. Welch takes his man out heavily into the boards. Badger into the corner. Badger grabs his man. And a nice tackle by Mark Badger. Mark Badger lassos the number 77 of the Salmon River Shamrocks and just drills him into the ice. Unbelievable. So at the end of 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what are we in for in this third period? The first period was calm, cool, and collective. The second period, very, very violently played by both teams. What can we expect for this third period? I have no idea. Both teams coming back onto the ice. So at the start of this third period, Cougars are down with 2 men. And the Shamrocks come right off and put a goal by goaltender Mike Ladd very, very early in this third period. The Shamrocks go up by a 4-goal margin. Cougars penalties given to Mike Zerlo and Mark Badger. Mark Badger receiving a penalty just at the buzzer of the second period. So the Cougars will now be down by only 1 man. It's Lenny Fillion, John Bushy, Brian Bayshard, and Jason Favreau are Robbie Francis are on the points. The Shamrocks have out on this power play number 19, Toddy Sunday, and number 13, Joe Phillips on defense. Jody David, Kyle Jacobs, and Ron Lewis are the forwards for the Shamrocks on this power play. Referee having a little conference with the scorekeepers. Signals an okay. Face-off won by the Shamrocks into center ice. Brian Bayshard takes his man out. Stoppage of play for some reason, and I don't really know why. Lenny Fillion gets the face-off for the Cougars and clears it to length of the ice. Corralled by the goaltender. Lenny Fillion was knocked off stride and slides into the net. So the whistle is blown. The face-off will come to the left of Shamrock goaltender number 12, Mike Benedict. Bushy, Fillion, Bayshard, and Francis, the penalty killers for this Cougar squad. The referee's discussing a certain situation unknown to my knowledge, but they seem to have it rectified. Lenny Fillion wins the faceoff. Back to Bayshard. Bayshard with a shot right on net. Fillion charges for the front of the net. But the goaltender holds on for a stoppage of play. Face-off coming at 14:30. This game only, this period only 30 seconds old. Ryan Bayshard tries to keep it in, but Salmon River in over the Cougar blue line. Robbie Francis holding off the defender. Out into the center of the zone. Oh, deflected off Mike Glad's skate and just wide of the net. The puck is cleared the length of the ice. No icing. Cougars killing a penalty. Oh, intercepted by Lenny Filion. He turns in the zone, fires it into the corner. Into the corner goes Johnny Bushy. Bushy with a nice move along the boards. Gives it in center to Lenny Filion. Lenny Filion turns, stops, shoots, and just wide. Bushy once again clears the puck into the zone. John Bushy trying to get the puck back, but Shamrocks were caught offside, so the face-off will come just on this side of the Northeastern Clinton blue line. Cougars really have to pour on the firepower now. They're down by 4 goals. I know it's not hard to get 4 goals back, but when you're playing against a team like the Salmon River Shamrocks, it is a chore to say the least. Mark Duffy wins a face-off for the Cougars. The Shamrocks in over the blue line. Knocked off the stick by Mark Duffy. Duffy out to center ice to Welch. Welch has to go in his feet. Mark Duffy gets the puck once again. He tries to clear it into the front of the net, but nobody was there. In front to Chad Welch. Welch has to go off his stick. Duffy with a shot just wide. Duffy with a blind shot just wide of the mark. The Shamrocks in the zone. Broken up nicely by Mike Zerlo, and the puck is cleared up and over the boards. Or excuse me, it was caught in the glove of Northeastern Clinton defenseman number 7, Brian Bayshard. On for the Cougars comes defenseman Eric Schneider and Jason Favreau, with Robbie Francis, Chad Alger, and Robbie Boyer up front for the Cougars. Ooh, a shot just over the top of the net. Shot from the point, nice save by Glad. Glad gets up and a rebound was there and they put it home for a goal. So the Cougars are digging themselves into a hole that they're gonna have a real hard time getting out of. Being down by 5 goals with only 12:50 left in this hockey game. The way the Shamrocks are playing, that seems to be an insurmountable lead, but you never know, things could turn. Alger along the boards. Zerlo. Excuse me, Francis. Shamrocks in over the blue line. Takes a funny hop off the boards out in the front. There's a scramble for the puck and Glad covers up. And Mike Glad getting very, very upset at a Shamrock defender. Or offender, I should say. Didn't take a kind liking to a certain thing that he did, so he gave him a nice little shot. Lenny Filion, Eric Duto, and David Fitz out for the Cougars. On the points, Brian Bayshard and Mike Zerlo. Fitz over to Wagner. Wagner with a shot. Saved by the goaltender. Wagner with a shot from just inside the top of the circle. Kicked out by the Salmon River goaltender, number 12, Mike Benedict. Lenny Filion takes a big hit from Salmon River defenseman. Brian Bayshard to Mike Zerlo. Mike Zerlo stick handles but has it roll off his stick. He has to regroup in his own zone. He twists and turns and heads up the boards. Tried to take him out of the play, but to no avail. David Fitz taken out heavily. Welch takes his man out with great great effectiveness, I should say. We're going to have a penalty here to, I believe, yes it is, to the Salmon River Shamrocks, number 5. I don't have a name, but he's going off for interference at 11:35. Mike Zerlo with the puck for the Cougars, up to Mark Duffy. Mark Duffy stick handles but has it knocked off his stick. The Shamrocks cleared into the Cougar zone. Johnny Bushy behind his, goes up to Mike Zerlo. Zerlo twist, sends him up the boards. Zerlo goes in between two players. Gill gets a shot off. Salmon River clears it the length of the ice to kill more seconds in this penalty. Cougars not having very good luck on their power plays today, being 0 for 4 as of now. Puck cleared once again the length of the ice, and Mike Zerlo retreats for the Cougars to regain control of the puck. Zerlo having a tough time behind his own net, but comes out on top. He comes in the neutral zone. Over the blue line with a shot off the defenseman's leg. Mark Duffy bothering the Shamrock defender. Mike Zerlo gets the puck for the Cougars. He goes in over the blue line. The puck shot out by number 15. Face-off won by Salmon River. They fired around the boards and it goes down the length of the ice. Mike Glad stops it for defenseman forward Johnny Bushy. Bushy turned into center ice. And over the blue line. He looks for a teammate stick, but there was nothing there to put the puck to. Salmon River in over the blue line. A shot just wide. Glad unexpecting the shot was sort of handcuffed on it. Steve Wagner for the Cougars. Oh, he's taken out of the play. Salmon River from the blue line takes a shot up wide by about a foot. Chad Welch in the center ice, throws it into center, and Johnny Bushy couldn't get a handle on it. Salmon River in over the blue line. Eric Schneider taking it. Lenny Fillion comes over and takes his man out. Eric Schneider gets up a little high, but hey, if the ref don't see it, who cares? Oh, and a shot from the point deflected. Mike Glad had no chance on the goal. He was screened by about 20 players. The puck came through traffic and deflected just in by him. It was like seeing through fog. Lenny Fillion wins the faceoff. Eric Schneider clears it up over the blue line. Jason Favreau into center ice to Chad Welch. Welch can't control it. Shamrocks into center ice. Lenny Fillion gets a nice high stick into the helmet of a Shamrock player. Lenny Fillion once again heading to the old home away from home. He has a minute and a half for high sticking. Lenny Fillion going off at 8:33 of this third period, a minute and a half for high sticking. As the Cougars regroup in the center ice. Oh, they send the referee flying and he hit his head, I believe, and that does not tickle. Cougars once again have to kill off a penalty. The Shamrocks they've scored one power play goal today. The Cougars have had many opportunities but can't really counter with a good power play today. They've played their power play very well in preceding games and they just can't seem to click today. Mike Zerlo looking for his man behind the net. Oh, the puck is shot just wide. Robbie Francis fires the puck up along the boards. It goes out over the boards, so the faceoff will come to the right of goaltender Mike Glad. Both teams don't seem to be hitting with a great intensity they did in the second period. This is more like the first period. It was good end-to-end action. Oh, a nice quick shot by Johnny Bushy. And a nice glove save by goaltender Mike Benedict. Brian Bayshire with a shot from the point, a dribbler. And those are the hardest to judge for a goaltender. John Bushy tries to corral the puck. Mike Zerlo knocks his man off stride. The shot is wide. They get it back to the point. They try to clear it in front, but they have no success. A shot. Oh, just wide. Oh, Steve Wagner sends his man for probably the wildest ride of his life. Like the second period, nothing comes of this one. Shamrocks are switching goaltenders. Outgoing goaltender number 12, Mike Benedict. Incoming number 4, John Signor. At 6:47 of the third period. Mark Duffy on the face-off for the Cougars. He wins it, but the Shamrocks gain control, and they fire it on Glad, and they clear it down the length of the ice. Salmon River into center ice. They fire it in behind the net. Chasing forward goes Duto. Duto along the boards, tries to get it out, but has it blocked by the defenseman. Jason Langlois is along the boards. Mark Duffy comes over to help out. Favreau behind his net gains control of the puck. Once again, Schneider, doing a pirouette. Losing his balance and not really gaining control of the puck. Shamrock's doing a really good job keeping the puck in the zone. Oh, and Jason Favreau gets the puck caught in his glove and he fires it on the goaltender. So as both teams make changes at 5:47 in the third period, the Cougars are in a hole, 6-0. Face out to the right of goaltender Mike Glad. Welch with nice moves through center ice. He gets by about 3 or 4 players, but is knocked off stride by a player coming from the far side. Mike Zerlo. Oh, just patiently waits. He comes in, he fires a wobbler. Seemed to go end over end and just was wide. Referee signals a hand pass by a Salmon River player to another Salmon River player. Salmon River into the Cougar zone. Out in front. Oh, Zerlo sends his man flying. Lenny Filion out into center ice. He can't gain control, but he still clears it in along the boards. Chad Welch, wraparound. Oh, Lenny Filion hits the post. Lenny Filion gets the puck and just dings it off the post. This is starting to look like the second period did. Everybody was playing calm and cool at the beginning of this period. Things seem to be getting riled up. Glad comes out and charges, but I think it was blocked by Mike Zerlo. Puck cleared it out. Puck cleared out over the blue line down the length of the ice, but it deflected off a Shamrock player, so there's no icing. Jason Favreau at his own blue line. Goes across to Schneider. Bushy. Oh, goes up through center ice to Wagner, but there was 2 players between him and Steve Wagner, and one of them got it. John Bushy tries to grab the puck with his hand, playing Craig Nettles, but it didn't work, so stick to hockey, John. Steve Wagner into center ice to Johnny Bushy. Bushy turns, gives it to Wagner. Wagner with a weak wrist shot. Didn't really have much time to do anything with it. Did the best he could with the situation he had. There's going to be an offside on the play. Oh. John Bushy taking an extra swat at number 14, comparing numbers, Corey White. Bushy seemed to be going for the puck, but it was a little high for the puck. Right up around the knee area. Francis, Wagner, Bushy, Bouchard, and Zerlo. The attack force for the Cougars. Bouchard up to Bushy. Bushy works it in over the blue line. Can't really find anybody to go to. These Salmon River players are really standing up well to the Cougar forwards. Oh, a shot in front of the net and cleared away by the goaltender, John Signart. Shamrocks in over the blue line. He fakes the shot, goes in, feeds it in front of the net, right on net, and cleared away by Glad. Ooh, Zerlo takes his man out effectively. Zerlo just charging around, looking for people to knock down. Mike Zerlo looks like he's got a vendetta to settle with somebody out there. John Bushy has it go by him and gets out past Big Brian Dickey Bouchard. Bouchard tries to hit his man. Back to the point, a shot wide. Ooh, a nice elbow. Right to the head of Johnny Bushy. Made him see the light. Jason Langlois with a shot. Lenny Fillion behind the net. Langlois gets it once again. Clears it into the corner. Duffy, excuse me, not Fillion. Langlois looking for the wraparound, but's taken off stride by the Salmon River defenseman. It's going to be an icing on the play. Salmon River defenseman arguing his case to the referee, but to no avail. Duffy, Duto, and Langlois out for the Cougars. Favreau and Schneider on the points. Ooh, Duto with a quick shot, has it blocked by a forward. Duffy sends the puck in front. Goes to a Shamrock defender. They try to clear the zone. Duffy comes across, takes his man off stride. Referee signaling for offsides. They keep the puck in, so the faceoff will come outside the Shamrock blue line. With only a minute and 8 seconds left in this hockey game, 6 goals is just too much. Six goals to be scored in less than a minute would be a miracle on ice, to say the least. Both teams have had a hard, drawn-out hockey game. Very physical, very physical. Salmon River always known to be a physical team. The Cougars are no slouches either. Zerlo getting into it with his defender. Oh, cleared out of the zone. The Cougars tag up. Chad Welch in over the blue line. Gives it to Fitty. Fitty with a shot. Oh, this down was the goaltender, and I thought, ooh, Lenny Filion just hammers his man to the ice. Oh my goodness, another shot by Lenny, and I think they're gonna go. Lenny Filion looked like a locomotive on ice. So that's it, folks. At the end of 3, the Cougars 6 and the Northeastern Clinton no score. Both teams congratulate their respective goaltenders. We have the ceremonial shaking of hands. So that's it from the Rouses Point Recreation Center, where the score ended up Northeastern Clinton 6 and the Shamrocks of Salmon River 6 and the Northeastern Clinton Cougars no score.